Good morning, sugar lumps. Good morning, queens. How y'all doing? Y'all alive, so y'all should be doing very well. You know what I mean? Um, First and foremost, I want to give honor to Joe for creating a platform, Women of Fearless Faith, a platform where we can hear the word, where we can get encouragement from real life issues. Um, where we can laugh. Because laughter is good for the soul. I love showing my buck teeth. You know what I mean? Um, but again, I want to give honor to you, Joe, for creating this platform. Every woman on this group is diverse, unique in every area of our lives, whether you are from a poor background, middle class, upper class, single parent, two parent, no parent, you know what I'm saying, household. We are all diverse and unique. However, we have these things in common in joining this group. We first believe in God, Christ, and then, of course, faith. I want to emphasize the importance of fearless faith. Fearless faith is having the audacity and the tenacity to keep moving forward and believing in what God said he would do, despite the enemy's tricks. And when I say the enemy, I mean the enemy over your mind and your soul that would try to discourage you and make you feel like you are not you were not created to be a solution to a problem on this earth. That God does not want you to be prosperous. He doesn't want you to be happy. That's when I say the enemy, I mean that. Okay. Um, I also want to challenge you guys and to emphasize to you guys, faith cannot be dependent upon your feelings, because all somebody got to do is hurt your feelings and your faith is gone, or a situation goes awry and your faith is gone. Faith is, again, having that tenacity, that audacity to believe, okay, my husband may be acting crazy, but I know what God said he gonna do in this life. My kids may be strung out on the street, but I know God said he gonna bring them out. You know what I'm saying? You're not focused on the present, even though we see the present. But when I say focus, I mean we so entrenched on what we're seeing outwardly that it is blocking the vision of what God is trying to show, what he's gonna do in our lives. Hopefully that does not, it wasn't like a woo. If it was, y'all inbox me. We can have a side conversation. Um, I want to give a testimony. And I would hope this would encourage you guys what I'm talking about with having fearless faith, the importance of having fearless faith. Because if you do not have fearless faith, let me tell you something. You have a high probability of aborting your dreams, your goals, you know what I'm saying? Your desires that God placed in us. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. God don't have no problem honoring those things that we want that honor him. So let me paraphrase that in fonder terms. This ain't Jesus terms. This is gonna be fonder language. So you can't pray for a husband and you still married to somebody else. Okay. So we're gonna move forward. So I want to give this testimony. I love giving this testimony because this is definitely a sensitive subject to me. When I meet people with this similar issue that I had, again, what we go through, I said this before last time I spoke to you lovely ladies, what we go through got a little bit to do with us, a lot to do with helping somebody else. So when I hear women going through this, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, girl, what God say? You know what I mean? Um, a couple of years ago, many moons ago, I was advised childhood. I was diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And pretty much it would be almost impossible to get pregnant. And if I got pregnant, the probability of me carrying the child long term was like a joke, right? And didn't make it no better. I'm sitting up here reading stuff on the internet. So yeah, that didn't make it no better. So moving on. So I get married. Then husband knew about the situation. He still was like, oh, okay, whatever. So get married. So in my mind, I'm saved. I'm not perfect. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get pregnant 5 seconds after we get married because we doing everything the right way. That didn't happen. Not to mention, I was working for diapers. So I'm sitting up here, I'm working with parents that mistreating their kids, don't want their kids, don't want to be bothered. I got family members, you breathe on them, they pregnant. Jesus. What about me? You know what I'm saying? What about me? Mother's Day. Oh my God. Mother's Day was completely, oh my God. That was doom and gloom day for me. You know what I'm saying? Every Mother's Day, my loved ones, we would go out to eat together. And, I would smile, cheese, all that stuff. But I would go home and I'd be in a fake closet in the dark because it was just miserable. It was just miserable. And side note, God allows let me go back. He would give you a promise because I would have dreams. I had a whole bunch of kids and I knew he told me I would have a whole bunch of kids, but then I'm not having a whole bunch of kids and it ain't overnight. This one, no 3 months, no 6 months, none of that. But he does that to show you, the real you. And he allows problems to happen so his power can be magnified over the problem. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. We did the fertility clinic. That didn't work. Only thing that did was put me in more pain. And during that time, I was praying and I'm believing, but then this one I was talking about, you got to stay focused on but what God said. I know what man said, but what did God say? Because then my speaking in the atmosphere went from, and God, thank you for my kids, and to, oh my God, I'm going to be an old woman with 50 cats. Oh my God, I'm defected. You know what I'm saying? Because my faith wasn't fearless. My faith was wavery. It was conditional. You know what I'm saying? It was not strong at all. And it got to a point where I would tell my husband, okay, you might as well just leave me because I can't handle kids. So I ain't going to waste your time or anything like that. And he'd be looking like, okay, you're stupid and you're getting on my nerves. So shut up. And my loved ones, when I talk about I'm going to be an old lady with cats, they'd be like, you don't even like animals, so that's not going to work. So we're going to move on. And I get everybody, they was doing what they were supposed to do. They was encouraging me. But when people don't have the same struggle as you, rationally, I knew I wasn't the only woman bearing. Emotionally, I'm feeling like I'm the only one. Hopefully that makes sense. So one day, it got to the point it was a brick wall in front of me. I was in my car and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to push gas and just call it a day. My husband can remarry. My mama's will be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got insurance. Everybody be cool. And I'm not saying this to be nonchalant. Not at all. Not at all. But that's where I was. And I remember I had to be, I guess Jesus was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Girl, do you trust me? And I'm crying. You know that crap weight. It's in your throat. It's in your throat. And I was like, yeah, I trust you. And he was like, do you trust me? Insert. When God asks you a question, he already know the answer. He just wants you to hear your truth. So I was like, yeah, I trust you. And he said, if I never give you a baby, will you still trust that I will give you your heart's desire? That is my heart's desire. What? But I was like, I trust you. And let me tell you something. That is not easy to say. It was not easy for me to say. But then when I look back over my life and everything I've experienced that was not so good, and God was able to bring me out of that with the same mind and give me all these things in the present, why doubt him now? And again, I'm not saying that nonchalant. That's where I was like, yeah, I trust you. So after saying that, I trust you, and I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean, like it was an overnight thing. But it didn't take long, and it's a verse in the Bible, and it says like he did it suddenly, and again, and it was like suddenly, like I was like, I don't feel good, and then I'm like, ooh. So I took a test. It said positive. Don't y'all judge me. I took like 20 pregnancy tests. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. And no, but after, I'm sorry, in between that, me telling God I trust you and pregnancy test, I was speaking. Now it was again, it was still there. Cause people keep getting pregnant and don't want their kids. Da, 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 da. But I was like, I trust God. He gonna give me what I want. He got this. He got this. He got me. And so I took the 20,000 pregnancy test. Told my husband. I called the nurse, and the nurse like, congratulations, you're pregnant. He was like, yeah, she not the doctor though, so we gonna call, you know what I'm saying? We gonna talk to the doctor. Long story short, I have a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 5-year-old. Naturally, no shots, no pills, none of that. None of that. Whole point of me telling you my vulnerable, most sensitive story is fearless faith. Out of fearless faith, I have 4 reminders. God said he gonna do what he told me he gonna do. And I want you guys to exercise that too. Whatever God said he was gonna do, I don't care if he said he gonna, listen, baby, you gonna get your education. Listen, your kids, even if you a single mama, they gonna be successful. Anything, I don't care if you struggling with drugs. And he said, we gonna work this thing out together. That's what he's going to do. And again, we're human. So we gonna have those not so good days. But in those not so good days, that's when I want you to especially speak life over your situation. That's when I definitely want you to challenge, not even challenge the enemy, because we ain't even gotta do that because we already won. But that's when you, nah, bruh, my daddy said this. And you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. I'm sorry. I got a little turned up, but that's how I feel. So, again, in this 1-year celebration, woo! Keep expanding. Keep walking in your fearless faith. I love you all. And y'all all have a good day, sugars.